Hello everyone and welcome back to another SquigglesStarcraft cast. This one is going to feature EGIdrA, the Zergy player, versus Abuse Your DNA, the Protoss player. That's a really funny name. Abuse Your DNA. Oh, yeah, it just slays me. So a PVZ on metalopolis, and this is just going to be normal metalopolis. Notice it's not MLG because there are not little supply depots at the bottom of the ramps. So that means that there is the possibility, I don't know how likely it is, but there is the possibility at least that Abuse Your DNA could do some kind of like wall off at the ramp and put cannons behind and all that good shenanigans and stuff. It doesn't look like he's going to, as he sends out his probe at the right time, or at the first time you can send him out, which is after the pylon. That's a pretty standard time. The other standard time is after you put down your gateway. But I see after pylon a lot more, especially on a 2v2 map where you can spawn anywhere, so he wants to know where his opponent is a little bit earlier without sacrificing that economy. Now we see EGIdrA has seen Abuse Your DNA, and he's just going to go ahead and float in there, not going to try to hide it at all. And I don't know. Let's check Abuse Your DNA's camera, and I don't think he has seen the Overlord. Actually, you'll see some people, a lot of people actually, take one of their probes, and actually right when they put down the pylon is a good time to take a probe and go wink, wink, and then back. And if you make this little line right here, if there is an Overlord, most likely you will spot him, and then you will see exactly where your opponent is spawning without having to make the big loop that this probe did. As you can see, this probe is almost out of fuel. If he had fuel, he would almost be out by the time he finally... Oh, and he cancels the pool. That's, I don't think he meant to do that. Quite lucky, but very funny nonetheless. And not really controlling his probe there, so he's taking a few extra shots. He doesn't need to. Now going to be queuing up in a little circly thing. We see EGIdrA is going for a hatch first build. I do like hatch first on this map. Now getting a spawning pool and then a gas. So not going to be going for speed right away, as we can see the order of the buildings. And for Abuse Your DNA, we have a gateway and a cybernetics core. So about as standy McStandard as you can. One gas right now. The Overlord seeing absolutely everything. And it looks like Abuse Your DNA is going to be going ahead and getting out a Zealot to be putting right here on hold position, so that his ramp cannot be broken with any Zergling shenanigans. And it looks like there's a drone, and I'm curious as to why this drone is here, because EGIdrA can already see everything with his Overlord. So he's just scouting with the drone now, and this drone is going to see that there is a Zealot, and he's going to go right through the Zealot, because the Zealot cannot stop drones who are clicked on mineral patches. And so the drone runs in here, and apparently he just wanted to make sure there was no like Stargates or any other crazy stuff going down. There is a second gas, so he gets that little bit of intel, I guess. And for his troubles and for his intel, he is going to lose the drone. The drone goes down. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Drone. It looks painful. But EGIdrA does have his expansion ups, transferred a few drones, getting his second queen out right now, doing some good larva injectings, speed being started, as well as just a few Zerglings, not a lot, but just a couple. And it looks like there's going to be a little Zealot stalker pressure coming out of Abuse Your DNA. I do like this as well, force a few Zerglings, and just make EGIdrA be a little bit scared for his natural, at least for a little bit. And it really doesn't cost Abuse Your DNA anything, because he can go ahead and just pull back if he needs to. Hopefully he doesn't lose this Zealot, because the whole point of this push is not to lose stuff. It's just to poke, get some good scouting intel, and make your opponent sweat a little bit. So I don't know. I think he's probably overcommitting at this point. And see, EGIdrA is now making 8 Zerglings, and that's really all you wanted, was just for him to make some Zerglings. So now it's time to go home. Did lose the Zealot, but does not want to lose the Stalker, so he's going to be running back home. And you can see here that it looks like Abuse Your DNA has expanded behind that little pressure, and now he has a couple of sentries and getting some more gateways, as well as a forge and another pylon. So nice little shield-looking arc wall that he has with the Protoss, with the Artosis pylon here, aka it's powering all these buildings by itself. But there is another pylon finishing, and nice, throwing down another gateway here. So he is really trying to be super safe. As you can see, he's made a little bubble for himself so that any kind of Zergling run-bys cannot happen. Oh man, now I'm saying Artosis pylons, I'm getting all confused on the players. EGIdrA is going to counter by taking a hatchery. I don't know if I should say counter, but he's going to react. This is how he's responding to the Protoss taking an early second. He's going to go ahead and take an early third. because that's how the Zerg players play. Doing a good job of keeping up on larva injects. You can see the queen, not much energy. So, means he's not really forgetting larva injects at all. There is no creep tumors yet, so maybe, there we go. We got a third queen coming out, and that third queen is going to be for some creepy tumors as well as for any kind of air defense if he should happen to need it. Cannon finishing up right now, so Abuse Your DNA looking pretty safe right now. And researching Hallucinate, as well as +1 ground weapons. And that's an interesting choice. We can see Lair started as well as a Roach Warren, a few more drones, and +1 missile attacks for EGIdrA. So both players just getting upgrades and continuing to pump drones and probes as they move up into their tech trees. It looks like a robo facility going to be going down now for Abuse Your DNA. Oh man, that name just cracks me up still. It's really funny. And it looks like a couple of creep tumors out now for EGIdrA. He's going to be connecting his main and his natural, always good. He's also going to be taking his overlords and not having them all clumped right here where they can just be sniped. And EGIdrA, with only a few units out, I mean, if we go and look at the army tab, we can see that workers, he's 20 supply ahead in workers and just barely ahead in army supply. But he just has his speedlings just sitting out here so he can see when the Protoss player Abuse Your DNA tries to abuse EGIdRA's DNA by killing him. But this is going to give him good scouting information, and that's why he doesn't really need to build units, because he can just keep on building drones. You can see that's what he's doing, just building some more drones and getting some upgrades. So really good play by EGIdRA, playing very reactive right now. And it looks like his third is getting quite a few drones at it now. Very, very nice. And it looks like Abuse Your DNA is thinking about moving out. Here we go. And this is, oh, looks like the the speedlings were actually on hold position there. That's just so if EGIdRA wasn't paying attention and like a zealot ran out and then ran back toward his units, all these units wouldn't run in and get killed. But EGIdRA not going home, just going to be chilling at the gold. And it looks like Abuse Your DNA using some nice movement for his army as well, checking the third and things like that. And this is the sweet spot that I like with any matchup, really, is if you have a small group of units here or your whole army, then as long as you have the Xel'Naga watchtowers like so, you can see right when your opponent moves out, you can go ahead and backstab. And that is what EGIdRA is going to do. He has seen the move out, and he is going to go ahead and move with his own Zerglings. Not going to try to do any damage. Wow, that is such a good wall. Look at that. You can actually wall off your entire thing just by warping in a Zealot right there. So great job by Abuse Your DNA to really, really make himself safe against any kind of Zergling counterattack / run-by / whatever. Looks like Overlord Speed's done, and they are going to be poop and creep all over the place. As EGIdRA starts to get a ton of roaches, you can see that +1 is done for the roaches. +2 started for the Protoss. It's about halfway done right now, as well as Blink, just about to finish up. And Abuse Your DNA has been doing a very good job of just moving back and forth, back and forth. You can see that nobody controls either watchtower right now. So EGIdRA is not going to have that additional scouting. And it looks like Abuse Your DNA moving up here, just making sure that there were no Zerglings or anything. And there is an Overlord who's being a little creeper, not actually creeping right here, but over in the corner. So I don't know if he's going to be able... Oh, I just smashed my finger with... Power through the pain. Power through the pain. Ow. Ow. Okay. That hurts. Okay, so it looks like Abuse Your DNA taking a third. Wow, I need to learn how to use chairs and desks. Oh, it's my pointer finger too. All right, I'm back. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. So it looks like a couple of spore crawlers going up, but the big thing is there's banelings, and it looks like the overlords cannot drop yet, but they are researching drops, so we could be seeing some baneling bombs coming down from the overlords, and that would be super-duper. I always do love some good baneling bombs. Looks like, yeah, Abuse Your DNA doing a good job of just stopping these creep tumors, because you know what, Zerg is really good on creep, and also the creep tumors give him vision. So just by moving in a little bit, sniping some creep tumors and moving back, that's like what you need to be doing, and that's exactly what he's doing. That's really good. You can see EGIdRA though getting a little out of control with his macro, up at 183, 82 now supply versus the 134 of Abuse Your DNA. And we can check the army tabs. You can see that EGIdRA has never mind. There's a big army coming in, so we're going to go ahead and check this out. Wow, lots of damage done to Abuse Your DNA's army right there, as these roaches were able to run right up next to it and get a huge volley off, severely damaging a lot of stalkers and actually one-shotting quite a few as well. So Abuse Your DNA taking a hit there, now 130 supply versus EGIdrA, which is pretty much maxed at 195. And it looks like EGIdrA taking a 4th right now, and he just has a ton of units, and he is going to be moving out, going to go around the other way. You can see this observer right here is not really going to see this kind of counterattack, and again, it looks like nobody has this watchtower. EGIdrA controlling this one. And there is, looks like Abuse Your DNA may be wise to it, though. He's going to go ahead and, what is he doing? Oh, snap. He's stopping the Baneley bombs before they can happen. Very, very nice. But that means his stalkers are going to be out of position. There are a lot of sentries here, and the sentry is doing a good job of force fielding, really doing a good job cutting that army in half, and he needs to keep these sentries alive now. But look at that, doing a great job of killing a ton of roaches and sandwiching even more roaches and banelings together. And this is what you have to do with these force fields, is just cut apart the Zerg army little by little, and it looks like he is doing that. He is still down by about 40 supply, but that is the first step in the long road to winning this game for Abuse Your DNA. Great job there. You can see he has +3 done right now. No armor, although armor just now starting, but +3 attack for his Blink Stalker, so that's going to help immensely. And for the roaches, we have +2 attack, with +1 carapace on the way, as well as +1 melee, and a hive just about to finish for EGIdrA. You can see the hive just about to go down. He does have infestation pit, but not getting the pathogen glands upgrade, so we're probably not going to see any infestors. He does have a spire down, so we could be seeing that change into a greater spire, considering he doesn't. There we go, greater spire coming. So we're going to be seeing some broodlords. And while he's waiting for the broodlords, because he's going to have to free up supply anyway, we have a huge army of speedlings, banelings, and roaches that are going to be moving up into the 3rd of Abuse Your DNA. It looks, well, he's just chilling between the 3rd and the 4th right now. Little Poke saw there was a lot of Blink Stalkers there and decided to just go ahead and pull back. Now going to be moving up into the gold base, or where the gold base would be, of Abuse Your DNA, and just chilling right here for a little bit. Overlords creeping all over the place, and here we go. There could be a little, oh wow, this Immortal is overextending himself just a little bit, and the Immortal does go down for free. So, whoops, a little bit of a missed micro there. And here they come. Lots of speedlings, lots of banelings, and lots of roaches. Nice little defensive blink back, and great force fields going down, really protecting those blink stalkers from all of the banelings, and able to kill quite a few banelings actually for free, as you can see right there. And Abuse Your DNA is very slowly but very surely closing the supply gap. He's now only down by about 20 supply, and you can see 36 Zerglings on the way, as well as 9 Corruptors, and the Greater Spire almost done. So we're going to be seeing some Broodlords very, very quickly as this Greater Spire finishes, and as these Corruptors go ahead and finish up as well. So it looks like EGIdrA also going to be going ahead and double expanding, taking the gold as well as his 5th, I guess, over there. So nice job there. Protoss still on 3 bases. Going to be adding on a cannon and a gateway, and it looks like he is getting Colossus as well. And he is chrono boosting out that extended thermal lance. That upgrade is so important. So nice little job. Abuse Your DNA. What is he? He's patrolling guys back and forth, just in case there's any kind of drops. He wants to have a couple zealots there to absorb that. Good. And it looks like EGIdrA moving out again with a big army, and now he has infestors mixed into his gameplay. And infestors actually, with their fungals, do a lot of damage against armored units. And as you might know, all these blink stalkers are armored, and if you fungal blink stalkers, they can't blink. So here we go. We can see that they are going to be moving in now to this, and he does get one fungal off. Pretty good. Great force fields, though. Look at that, and the defensive blink away. These Colossus doing a lot of damage here, and they are leading the charge right now. Wow, look at that. Oh, a couple of infestors do go down, and EGIdrA is going to have to retreat. And look at this. Abuse Your DNA has closed the supply gap. Has closed the supply gap. He is now even, and now he's actually ahead. Abuse Your DNA supply capped versus EGIdrA, who is almost supply capped, but not quite. And now it looks like there is a lot of pressure going to be put on the gold base, but Broodlords are out, and the Broodlords are going to force the Protoss player to go ahead and fall back for a little bit. And the Broodlords are really going to be the problem here. Great force fields going down again. Look at that, just slicing all those units up. so that they cannot really attack at all. Broodlords are the ones doing the damage at this point, and you can see that the Blink Stalkers are blinking in and trying to focus down the Broodlords. It looks like one Broodlord is going to go down, and now blinking again to take down a lot of Broodlords, and there's really no ground army now to help the Broodlords. You can see there's a few roaches streaming in for EGIdrA, but Abuse Your DNA doing a ton of damage at this point. And I don't, oh man, this is really, really close. You can see both of their supplies are going down about the same. Never mind. Now, whoa, and EGIdrA just leaves. So look at that. I thought for sure watching this game that EGIdrA was going to win. He had his entire half of the map taken, but the Protoss Death Ball got up, and due to some great force fields, really, really nice force fields, Abuse Your DNA was able to claw his way back into the game after being down by about 50 supply and taking the win off EGIdrA. So well played by Abuse Your DNA. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys tomorrow.